is the single most important idea in the theist-atheist discussions. And without this distinction, it falls apart. That's why it's always falling apart. So I'm going to tell you the difference between philosophical religion and common religion. These are two very different ideas, and when they get confused, it leads to the problems in especially the confrontation with new scientific atheism. And this is not a new idea. Other people have put out this idea. It's even been it's even had names: philosophical religion and revealed religion. Philosophical being a more analytic, reasoned theology, and revealed religion being the everyday man talking about his experiences with God and how he has a common sense experience at his church, things like that. And so this is a distinction that's been around. There's a lot of ideas that have been around that I invent and then think I'm a genius. John Locke was accused of this, by the way, if you're trying to learn philosophy. And Locke's point was just because I came up with this idea new and someone came up with it before doesn't mean I stole it from them. It could mean great minds think alike. And that's what I'm going with. So this idea is that there's a simple religion and a complex religion. There's a religion of everyday experience for everyday people, and there's a complex philosophical theology. And so when you are a scientific atheist, which means by definition you're mad at everyone, you think the world's material, and you think consciousness comes from brain. That's what you have to believe, bro. That's the toolkit. So if that's who you are and that's where you are, that's fine, but you need to distinguish between these two things. So let me know in the comments if you're even aware of this, the fact that when you attack the Bible, when you do those really dumb videos where you're reading from the Bible and someone religious is reading from the Bible and you show their video, do you realize that's super simple, common sense religion? There's no philosophers that think the Bible's literal. There's no philosophers who don't understand that it's historical text of myth structures and primitive people. Philosophers get this stuff. So Aquinas was the most famous representative of bridging this gap. He did it for a lot of reasons, not the least of which was because reason was being condemned by the church. We would call that the revealed church. Reason was being condemned, and he wanted to absorb the separation between faith and reason. And he wanted to say that they're okay together rather than an outlier, what were early atheists saying reason is the key, and then of course most of the church saying faith is the key. He wanted to bring those two things together by saying, not the least of which is really dumb because I hate Aquinas, and it is that God created both of them and he wouldn't have done it if they were contradictory. So that's the answer. That's how you would approach this distinction. Those are the two schools. Thanks for coming.